apologize for being passionate, because again, you will always find yourself aligned with others that share this exact same passion with you. So everybody that's gathered in this room, this is the passion that we build off of each and every year. And for this particular year, this is your 82nd annual McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca-Cola. I am one of many. I am Perrin King. I'm the Executive Director of the McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca-Cola. But again, you'll hear passion come up several times. Each one of these speakers, passion. Each of these folks that could have had their itinerary so busy that they could have found themselves somewhere else in the globe. I'm looking at you, Larry. But to be able to be here for this great meeting that we're rolling into now, again, for the 82nd annual, anything that's 82 years old is special.
Absolutely.
When you, right? Larry, I mean, I'm probably talking to Larry here for a minute about some other things that we're talking through, but.
I'm almost there, so.
First of all, amen on almost being there, and prayer so you getting there and beyond, and for us all. But anything that's 82 years old, what you do is you bring them food, you check on them, you make sure that they're okay, and then you come inside, hint, hint, inside of Leisure Field to come and check on your classic. So that's going to be also one of the recurring themes that you'll hear throughout media and different things that we're doing this week. But when you talk about McDonald's and Coca-Cola partnering with these two great universities to make the magic of what this classic is, we continue to be honored and grateful by that. And we definitely want to thank you. And in saying that, I definitely want to take a moment to introduce Mike Succo, who is the president and CEO of Coca-Cola United. Mike, will you please come up and give us a quick greeting and a few words?
Good morning to everyone that here is with us today. My name is Mike Succo, and I'm President and CEO of Coca-Cola Bottling Company United. And we're very excited to celebrate this 82nd annual McDonald's Magic City Classic sponsored by Coca-Cola. And I'm also excited to be joined by a wonderful friend, partner, sponsor, and Coca-Cola United board member, which means he's my boss, Mr. Larry Thornton, who is also a proud ASU alum and someone who is incredibly active across the community in our state and does so much for so many people. So, Larry, we're glad to have you here. You know, this is a great week that we all look forward to. The parade, the game, the tailgating, and, of course, the bands. We're very fired up about that and welcome everybody to be a part of it and hope you get an opportunity to come to the game this weekend and enjoy it. We've been a partner with the Classic for over a decade, and our goal is to make sure that we stay a partner for many, many more years. And Coke United, we're a family-owned company, and we believe our associates, our communities, and our customers and all of our partners are part of our family. And we're very proud to be partnered with both of these fine institutions, Alabama State, which is in our territory, and then Huntsville Coca-Cola, which services Alabama A&M. So we are proud to be able to have that partnership and recognize that very long-standing relationship that we have. We're very humbled and honored to be part of this great weekend. We look forward to a wonderful event. I just ask for one thing, so as the Bulldog and Hornet Nations get really thirsty this weekend from cheering and hollering, y'all know where the rest is going, right? Make sure you grab an ice cold Coca-Cola and quench that thirst. So welcome. We're glad to have you here today and look forward to an amazing weekend. So thank you.
Thank you again for that great welcome, Mike, and we really appreciate you being here. And, you know, one of the things you can tell the difference between someone that has to be somewhere and somebody that wants to be somewhere. Again, Mike, thank you for wanting to be here. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Mike. Allow me now to please introduce Dr. Quentin T. Ross, Jr., Alabama State University President, and Dr. Daniel K. Williams, Alabama A&M University President. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership, your stewardship of young people, your communities that you serve. Again, here's that word passion again. Your passion is the excellence that's driving everything behind this great event, and will continue that when you're handing it off to the next president many, many, many years from now. What you're doing today is putting Alabama State and Alabama A&M in a better place via this great relationship and this great event. Thank you for all that you do all year for our students and our communities. This is where we get to talk a little bit of that, as the kids would say, we can talk a little bit of that stuff now. There's a dozen plus classics that are out there. I mean, there's a lot of them, Mayor Woodford. We know, we've seen some of them. Some of them are actually pretty good. They do the best that they absolutely can. I mean, they really do, seriously. But this one has already sold, as of yesterday's last report that we got, it's already sold tickets in 36 states. 36 states have already bought tickets to be a part of this amazing magic, to see what a real classic looks like. So when folks tell you about their classic, just tell them to pull up on ours. So please, just always have that invitation for them. And you know, this is something that continues to be one of the most amazing events in Birmingham. And yes, Mayor Woodford, this is still, I almost feel like I ought to have that Dre beat going right now behind us. Still, the largest HBCU classic in these United States. So thank you so much for your leadership and helping to make this possible. And I'd be remiss if I don't add this part, that this is the largest guaranteed payout in HBCU athletics history. So everything that you're doing, your passion, everything that you drive is making these historical next few years and beyond possible. You know, and there's several bowl games too. When we're just talking about classic, let's not qualify it that much. Let's talk about, there are several bowl games at the end of this year that's going to be asking how we do that there. Because look at where we're at and what we're doing, and we're guaranteeing this to HBCUs that have earned this mark to be at this position. So that's just something we continue to be proud of. And also, the Classic continues to see increased corporate support year over year. So our public and private relationships make the magic possible here. And this year has definitely outpaced our expectations. So we definitely want to thank our corporate partners that are in the room or are watching, or that out there are setting up right now at Legion Field, getting ready to make this an amazing event again. But I do love saying this part. I'm really repetitive because there's certain things I want to say that people continue to hear. We talked about passion already. But I love saying McDonald's and Coca-Cola. I just love it, right? Absolutely, Larry. We're going to continue to say that for many, many years and many days to come, especially as hot as it's going to be out there. We want people hydrating before they get out to the Classic. But when you think about two globally recognized brands, if you don't speak English, you speak McDonald's. You speak Coca-Cola. You know what that is. So when you talk about a brand that shines a light and then another brand that shines a light all across the globe, and they are brand locked with this particular event, wow. You honor us by continuing to do that. Please clap for that. Now, going back to my good friend, Mayor Woodford, additionally, I know the one thing he loves to hear is that another $22 million plus of economic impact is going to be coming right down the road this long weekend and this extra holiday that we get. And speaking to that, I'll quickly go through some of the festivities for this year or logistical things and kind of break it up a bit. So Saturday's festivities or logistics that we have going, 5 a.m., Legion Field parking lots are open. Good luck. Okay, so we know how that goes, right? Ship shuttle service is open. We'll give you more details about that later. 8 a.m., Legion Field ticket windows would open. Again, it's going to be 83 degrees, one of the hottest classics we've seen. We're going to go literally and figuratively. So please, if for whatever reason you have not gotten your seats, Legion Field will be able to accommodate walk-up of any of those other people that are going to be out there tailgating that are going to come in and check on their classic this year. 8 a.m. also at the exact same time, our McDonald's Magic City Classic Parade is going to be live broadcast on WBRC. This year it's going to be Birmingham on Gray TV affiliates as well outside of Birmingham. Huntsville, Montgomery, Dothan, Mobile is back. So the parade is truly taking over the state. Mayor Woodford and McDonald's will kick off on the lead float. And you know, one of the things that, one of the pride points behind this parade that we definitely want to make sure that we never miss is that you will never believe that the McDonald's Magic City Classic Parade is consumed in some way, shape, or form by nearly 250,000 people. So you talk about 100,000 in person, 70,000 that we're picking up on the Facebook or Meta stream, then another 70+ thousand that are able to see this live on TV. This is an amazing, amazing event that we have. We definitely want to continue to champion it. 2 o'clock is when it ends. 10 a.m. is when it begins. I see our friends back there from Coors Light. So the Coors Light pregame tailgate party is on the west side of Legion Field. Thank you for your unwavering support year after year. I see Marcus and Melvin back there Maddox is somewhere probably planning, but thank you for your continued support of this great event. 2:30 p.m. is when your McDonald's Magic City Classic, presented by Coca-Cola, kicks off on ESPN. Again, just excited to be able to say that. One of the coolest things new for this year, Larry, especially as we try to get younger. Again, anything 82 years old has to find ways to stay relevant and younger. We have TikTok star and Birmingham native, or she would actually tell me to say Inslee native, to be precise. Roll It Up K Hood will be the in-game MC, and you'll see some posts coming out from her again. All that excitement trying to make sure that we're connecting to our younger folks that are going to take this event over in the near future. Now the coaches. I know they hear all this in there again. This is a business trip, right? So both teams are playing for the trophy. I think it's right back over there. Alabama State is actually the current holder of the trophy. They actually broke the 4-game winning streak held by Coach Maynard and his Bulldogs. I'm sure they're both going to have some comments about that here shortly when they have their comments, but that's the current state of the game. But now I want to transition a bit. City of Birmingham has been a tremendous partner of the McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca-Cola. They are providing incredible support for the event in the form of police, traffic control, EMS, marketing, as well as very generous financial support for each participating university. This bears repeating each year, but without the City of Birmingham's involvement, these type of historic levels of payment and guarantees for the school just would not be possible. And you know, again, we selfishly say that, as I think is one of the other things that my kids would say. When we talk about Mayor Woodford, we refer to he as him. He is definitely him. We have the dopest mayor in these United States, again, from everything that he does to lead us with passion, to speaking out on subjects with eloquence. Again, I want to welcome my friend, the Honorable Mayor Woodford.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you all. This is going to be so brief. One, I want to thank Mike Succo and the entire Coca-Cola bottling team for their support and investment in the Magic City Classic. Two, I want to thank Larry Thornton and your entire team for support in the Magic City Classic. Mike, you have a team member today that is dear to Birmingham and me. Her name is Pam Cook. I think Pam ran away because there she is. So everybody, please turn around and wish Pam Cook a happy birthday. So this moment requires me to be brief, sincere, and be seated. With that said, happy Magic City Classic. Go Hornets, go Bulldogs. Good morning.
Again, thank you so much, Mayor Woodford. Please, another round of applause for Mayor Woodford. He's probably thinking of how I'm going to embarrass him or myself right now, which I've done for consecutive years up here, probably more so with me, trying to find ways and different ways to describe one of the most lived, as my grandmama would say, one of the most lived people that is out here, because he's an author. I think we heard Mike Succo say earlier that he's a board member, right? Your boss, to be very clear on that part. He gets the opportunity to work with his son every day, building a globally recognized franchise and continues to expand that. I think there's a painting somewhere around here that he's done, or several spots. He has an institute called Why Not Win. I mean, just think about that. And everything that you do, every day we're given a choice and a chance in life. And Larry had the brilliant vision to put it in words, why not win? Again, I could go on and go on about Larry Thornton, and I'm actually probably not going to embarrass him this time. I try not to embarrass myself. But at this time, I want to welcome up one of the dearest friends that I've met that is as equally as intentional about being everybody else's friend as he is about never asking for anything for himself. Please welcome Larry Thornton.
Great. How's everybody doing? Thank you. We're getting ready for some exciting football. I have spoken with DeMarcus. He says he's ready. I've spoken with Xavier. He says he's ready. So I think that's going to be a mighty fine game. But McDonald's is excited to be a part. We stand for education. And I can say the same thing about Coca-Cola. Let's not forget the real reason for all of the excitement. These two paramount institutions that produce so many leaders across our state and across our country. To have been the first African-American president, Dr. Ross, African-American McDonald's owner-operator in 1992, still my son and I are the only African-Americans, to have started with this company, Mike, thank you for your introduction of me, in 1979 at $5 an hour, and today having the opportunity of serving on the board of directors of the largest independent bottler in the nation. That is a great American story. It is an even more awesome African-American story. And I want these young people to take note of what's possible. What's possible if you're willing to put the work in? Hear this from me, not just the students, but every single person in this room. One of the most horrifying nightmares that any human being could ever have is to one day be introduced to the person that you never became. Let's not allow it to be said that I never actualized. I never realized because I didn't put the work in, Mayor. Let's put the work in. And some of the most challenging work that any of us will ever do is the work that we will do on ourselves. Let's make it happen. It occurred to me that the executive director of this institute didn't have a piece of my work. Well, today that's going to change. Finn, who is our newest addition to the Why Not Win Institute, she is an AI digital artist. And she is trying to bring my prehistoric approach to doing art, Benny, into the modern day. But this is a piece that I am so excited about. And I'm presenting this to my good friend, Perrin King. And I think this deserves a Kodak moment. So if you'll step over here with me, sir, I'd love for us to get a shot together if that is going to work. If it doesn't work, we'll just hold it up. Let's have a great time Saturday. Great, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Larry. And then to try to transition, not welling up right now because of that amazing gesture. My team was probably laughing real hard because I probably just took more pictures right then than I will take in the next 10 years. And I heard Trustee Dillard saying smile. My personality is a smile. My picture is so. But anyway, we're holding everybody up. Sorry, that did not mean that to be about us, but it's always about Larry. When I talked about selfies, and who knew that was coming? That's quintessential Larry Thornton, folks. Next up is another very, very good friend of ours, mine personally as well, but greater friend of the community. It is Division Director for Coca-Cola United Central. It is our Vice President. It is Bo Taylor. He's a former athlete, former pitcher, University of South Carolina. Began his career, I love saying this part as well, 1985 as a relief trainee. Right? So Larry talked about a $5 an hour start. And this is probably for the young people that's viewing, the people that feel like you're underemployed right now and you're not where you want to be. Again, relief trainee and is now responsible for 25 facility territories operating in 4 states. Bo, please come up and tell us what you do, how you did it, and why you're always here. Bo Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you, Perrin, and welcome to Birmingham Coca-Cola. I hope you feel like you're at home, because we certainly want you to do that. It is my honor and privilege to spend a little time with you today. I found it a little humorous when I saw the agenda and they said Bo Taylor 1 minute. So if my wife were here, she would say, you can't say hello in 1 minute. So I'll do my best to keep my remarks brief. But I will say this, that I do have a passion for Magic City Classic and a love for it. So I want to tell you about that a little bit. First of all, I want to give some special thanks. I know they've already been recognized, so it's not my job to recognize them, but I do want to make sure they know how much we really appreciate what they do. And first of all, Larry, to you and McDonald's for helping make all this happen. We certainly appreciate it. Mayor Woodfin, thank you for investing in the community and leading the great city of Birmingham. To my team here at Coca-Cola, Pam Cook, by the way, happy birthday again, and the entire Birmingham Coca-Cola team that have worked so hard this week to make your experience enjoyable. I got a lot of respect for you, and I appreciate what you're doing day in and day out. Thank you very much. To the 2 HBCU schools, my friends, the Alabama State University and Alabama A&M, President Ross, President Weems, welcome to Birmingham Coca-Cola. Coach Robinson, Coach Maynor, looking forward to hearing you speak and looking forward to seeing your team play. And thank you both for investing in young people and developing way beyond the game that'll happen on Saturday. We see that, we see you, and we appreciate it. You know, for me, many years ago, Walter Body introduced me to the Magic City Classic when I moved here 23 years ago. And I've personally been involved with it for almost that many years. And today I'd like to just share through my eyes what it means to me. You know, when I think about it, it's really all about people. The week is fun. There's lots of activities. The game is exciting. But at the end of the day, the people care about these 2 universities. And they take pride in representing those universities and come together as a family. And quite candidly, it's a celebration. It's a lot of fun. It's a time when people come together and respect one another. And for that, I fell in love with the Classic many years ago because of what it represents. And I respect it. And I'll tell you this, that at Coca-Cola, we don't take these words lightly. Those are core values of quality, integrity, excellence, and respect. And when I see the Classic and all that happens during that event and the time and energy that's put into it, that's what I see. So, and we're proud. At Coca-Cola, we are extremely proud to be a part of the Magic City Classic, the partnership with McDonald's, the partnership with the community in the Birmingham. And I hope that all the fans enjoy the week. I hope that the teams are safe on the field. I'm looking forward to a competitive battle. And I hope at the end of the day, as you're enjoying your week, you make a new friend, you make a new memory, and I hope you have lots of ice cold Coca-Cola in the process. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Again, thank you. Thank you again, Bo, for making the time and always being intentional about caring about this great event. Again, Bo Taylor, everybody. I guess I will be probably the third person now to recognize our dear friend to the community, this event, and every other day outside of when we're planning this magnificent event. Pam Cook of Coca-Cola United, again, please, yeah, she's earned it. One more time. Again, I think you've heard a couple of times, this is definitely her birthday. We will not embarrass her right now, but we do have something for Pam after this is over with. So please, Pam, we got a little something for you from our team, just a way to say thank you and wish you many, many happy returns. Now it's time for the coaches. Again, this is that business part of the trip that we talked about. In his 6th season as a head coach of the Bulldogs, I'm going to pause, and if you were here last year, again, you're going to hear this part again, so my apologies. If there are 50 better golfers that are not holding a tour card right now, I would love to see who they are, because every year when he is a part of the Regents tradition and he gets out there, I don't check on him in the beginning because I know what he's going to do. I always wait to the end because you can see the pros kind of looking like, yeah, this is cute. I'm doing this to warm up. 17th, those pros aren't smiling anymore when they're coming down that stretch. And I'm saying, how's he doing? Well, he's a hillbilly Andre right now. And how many times have we heard that? So again, one of the greatest golfers, and I won't embarrass him with the other piece of it. Please join me in welcoming Coach Connor Maynard of the Alabama A&M University Bulldogs. Coach Maynard. Don't do that.
Good morning. How everybody doing? I had to do that for Perrin, get him another picture. That's his 3rd one this year. Might be his last, so we want to take care of him. He good people. But first of all, I'd like to thank my personal Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I'm nobody, and I know that. And so I'm grateful and I'm thankful to him for that. Also, I want to acknowledge the mayor, the great mayor of this city, and he's done a super job and tremendous, always does a super job. He's always here giving his time, no matter what it is, and Mayor, we appreciate you for that. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, the commissioner. Everybody's giving all these thanks and all this. Hey, the commissioner's the man. He's the commissioner of this conference. He's doing a tremendous job. He has us on TV every week. He's raised more money. He's giving money back to the schools. Before we had to borrow, and now he's giving. So he's doing a super job. Commissioner, appreciate you everything you do, man. Thank you. I better start winning some games because this comedian stuff ain't working. I got to acknowledge my 12th president of Alabama A&M University, Dr. Williams. Thank you for your leadership. It all starts up front. Everything that you do for our students and our athletes. Appreciate you, sir, and for me. Thank you. And your cabinet. Dr. Ross, my buddy. I want to acknowledge you, sir. Thank you for your support and everything that you do at Alabama State. Thank you for showing up so we can get some wins. I got to thank my AD Bryant, Paul Bryant. No, not that Paul Bryant. Al Paul Bryant. He's done a tremendous job since he's been here. He's been here just over a year and just revamped the whole program, not only football, all athletics. We got new facilities going up, new turf, new locker room. You name it, he's done it, and he's continuing to do it. So, Paul Bryant, thank you for all your support, sir, and everything that you're doing. Dr. Capel, my buddy, too. I know Dr. Capel, too. I got to acknowledge him. And also the Board of Trustees. I don't know if we have any Board of Trustees here, do we? We don't, but I think Alabama State do. I know they do. Miss Brenda, welcome. Thank you for your support. Of course, McDonald's, Larry Larry, I'm not going to tell everybody what you told me. Okay, I'm not going to tell the president and Eddie. He told me, Coach, I'm pulling for you. He did. He said, Coach, I'm pulling for you. All right, let me tell you the rest of the story. He said, Coach, I'm pulling for you to lose. It's like, for real, Larry? That's how we do? But thank you, Larry and McDonald's. Of course, Coca-Cola. Y'all don't know this. Y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna find out right now. Bo Taylor done a super job with Coca-Cola representing them in this classic. And this is, you hear me about to cry? This is his last year in this role. So you know I know that, did you? Yeah, we do homework at A&M. So this is Bo last year. So I want to say bye to my good friend. He'll be in another capacity, but he won't be in this one. So I want to say bye. I'm going to miss you. Larry, I'm not going to say bye to you because we got at least 10 more years. So maybe the 92nd Magic City Classic. So appreciate y'all. Yeah. All right. I guess we can, and all the friends and reporters and everybody else that's here, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all. Y'all don't have to. And one thing you can't get back is time. Time is very important. So when you're giving your time, it's very appreciative. So I appreciate it, all y'all that's giving your time. And then the 82nd Magic City Classic, represented by McDonald's and presented by Coca-Cola. Thank you. I really don't have words. It's like, it's a blessing to be a part of it, the 82nd Magic City Classic. I told my players, 20 years from now, when your kids are going to school, they come to A&M or Alabama State. I told my players, you're going to get to tell your sons, you played in the 86 Magic City Classic and won it. The 86 Magic City Classic. Did I say that? I'm sorry. Did I say won? That's what I meant. But all jokes aside, I mean, it's the greatest classic there is in HBCU. The Bayou, it's just on TV every year. It's not better than this classic, As you said, the parade, everything else that goes on with the parties, the tailgating. I tell my players, I tell everybody, after this press conference, I always go over to the stadium. And it's probably already 200 RVs already in the stadium tailgating already on Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. I mean, is a classic better than that? I don't think so. So it's a pleasure, honor for us to be, and for me to be a part of this, and my team to come and play every year. We'll be able to tell our kids, they'll be able to tell their kids that they played in it, and it's just the greatest classic ever. And one of the reasons why is because we got two great football teams. We got two great football coaches. Coach Robinson is a great football coach. I mean, as you see, he broke the streak last year already in his first season. So he's probably the best coach ever in the classic at what's that school? Oh, yeah, Alabama State. He 1-0. He undefeated. He got to be the greatest coach ever in the classic at Alabama State. So I'm probably pretty close. I'm 4-1, 5-1, 4-1. 80%, that's pretty close. I'm gonna say I'm 1-2. So we got two great coaches, got two great football teams to play hard, and we had our battles back in the day, and we still battling today. So I probably, let me see, yeah, I probably last longer than him. So I probably. My president telling me right now, get down. Stop embarrassing me. Okay, so in closing, Mike Suko, how you doing, sir? I wish you was here last year because I had a great promo for McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Great. Made y'all millions of dollars. Made y'all millions of dollars. And you wasn't here. So, in closing, I was asked yesterday at my press conference, local press conference, about this event, and they said, Coach, you had a great promotion of McDonald's and Coca-Cola last year. We can't wait to see what you're going to do this year. Are you going to do it again, or are you going to do something different? I said, I don't know. I really don't know till I get there. I said, but no, I'm not going to do it. And they said, why? Larry and Bo said they couldn't wait for me to speak today. And I told them I wasn't going to do it because I'm still waiting on my check.
Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as you didn't know by now, that was Coach Conor Maynor. There are very few times in a press conference that you take me moments. Larry got me there. I'm going to get somebody else right now, and I'm looking dead at him. Keyshawn, will you stand up? I have known that young man. I won't embarrass either one of us by saying how many years. I knew how hard you were working then, from basketball to football. I knew when you carried that 4.0 average all the way through. We have eaten at more dinner tables and restaurants and hotels across the Southeast, traveling with basketball and doing these things. So when you talk about a personal damn pleasure to see this young man succeeding at this level, I could not be prouder of you. Well done, Keyshawn. Well done.
I never said I was done. No, I got to introduce my two players real quick. My defense end, Zarion Hayes, preseason all-conference, led the nation last year in tackles for losses. Zarion, stand up. And then my quarterback is Xavier Langford, SWAC Offensive Player of the Week last week. Had like 140 yards passing, 191 rushing, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 throwing the football. Xavier Langford. Thank y'all for making me look good.
That's what coaching's all about, folks. Acknowledging your players, coaching them at a level that they never thought that they could get to. But I heard players say this a couple of weeks ago, but it's being able to accept that coaching as a player at every level, because that coaching never stops. As you're matriculating through a boardroom position to you're matriculating through corporate America, that coaching never stops. You can't accept that coaching right now, you're making a very low ceiling for yourself. Let's talk about Coach E-Rob for a second. In his second year, former NFL linebacker. So when you talk about having been there and coaching young people to be an excellent professional on and off the field, and if you have not been around him, his quiet layer of cool is only matched by somebody that we're going to say RIP to right now, which is Richard Roundtree, who was Shaft, who found it passed away today. So you talk about a leading man for African American, for black folks, for, again, when you looked up on the screen and said, wow, he said that, he did that. He did that. So I talk about that in the same manner, which, again, when you around Coach E-Rob, you just kind of feel him glide past you, glide back out. But he acknowledges everybody, and I've watched him coach these young men. I've watched him be so respectful to the cheerleaders and all the auxiliary team and everybody, the support team. This is one of the type of people you want to put in position to lead young folks and for them to lead, to be led by and to learn from. Again, this is the second season, and representing the home team, I do want to welcome up Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. of the Alabama State University Hornets. Look at that glide. Look at that glide. See him walking up there. Look at him.
You the man, Coach. Man, if he'd have known he's going to compare me to Shaft, I'd have let my afro keep growing. That's right. I like that. So, first of all, I just want to thank everybody for having us here. It's the 82nd Magic City Classic. It's three things that I always found hard in life. And one of them, the first thing was trying to kiss a girl that was leaning away from me. The second one was trying to jump a barbed wire fence that was leaning towards me. And the third one is trying to follow behind a comedian. I mean, a coach like Coach Maynard. So, but I'm very thankful to be here. Definitely going to acknowledge Dr. Quentin Ross, our president of Alabama State University. Appreciate all the support he's given us. Dr. Jason Cable, our athletic director. Colonel Clark, director of our foundation board. Whenever we need a little extra check, he always has one for us, so we appreciate that. I mean, I'm about to ask for something, so just. And also our board of trustees chairwoman, Brenda Brown Dillard. Appreciate all the support you've always given us. And our other trustee board members in the room, Darrell Hudson, of course, principal of Parker High School, state champions this year, right? Put that pressure on you? Okay, all right. That ain't what you told me last week when you said I better win the Classic, right? Now it's one game at a time. But Commissioner McClellan, he does a whole lot for us in the SWAC, and we really appreciate all the support he's given us, always a phone call away. And just a great time to be here, great time to be a Hornet, great time to be an Alabama A&M Bulldog, and the 82nd Magic City Classic. I played in the 50th Magic City Classic, and I could remember thinking back then, like, what would it be like 30 years from now? And so now we're here, so it tells you how time goes. So I only have one request. When we have the 100th Magic City Classic, can I just do the coin toss? That's all I'm asking. And so I definitely want to thank Coca-Cola. You're talking about American brand, Coke and a smile. I can go back to the Mean Joe Green commercials. So we definitely realize that, proud to be an American, proud to be here and everything it does for our country here, how blessed we do have it. And I think McDonald's is just the next partner that you think of. If you think about Coca-Cola and McDonald's, it just goes together. So to have both of those brands here representing and supporting our two universities in the state of Alabama, Alabama State University and Alabama A&M University, is just a great time to be a Hornet and great time to be here. So getting to the game, we know that it's a big ball game. We understand the magnitude of it. I don't think there's any other HBCU Classic or rival game or bowl game or anything that has the impact that this has on the city, and also the mayor of Birmingham, all the support that he gives us every year, just being here and realizing the atmosphere. I have a couple of new coaches on my staff, and they've been in the Florida Classic, they've been in the Bayou Classic, and they're, well, how big is this Classic? I said, you come up here on Wednesday with me, you'll see. And so we want to thank all of you for coming out here and supporting us and everything that you do for us. And we're just going to go out there and give you a great ball game. One thing, I was talking to the president of Alabama A&M. So when I was here, they would give out a trophy at the end of the game, and you take the trophy home and you keep it. That was it. And so last year, we hadn't won in a while, so we got to take the trophy back with us. It was pretty cool. So that trophy gets to sit in your office for the whole year. And the beauty about that trophy is it has all of the scores of every Magic City Classic starting from 1957. And so one night late in the office, nobody's in there, and man, I'm just walking past, the trophy sits right outside my desk, right outside my office, all the kids can see it. And I'm walking past, and I'm like, man, I hear this little voice like, ready for the Classic. It sounds like Coach Maynard. I'm like, it's late at night. I said, this trophy talking to me, man. And we have to get the football is a little wobbly on there. So I walked back, and then I came back, and the football was moved to the left. So I'm like, hey, whoa. So just late at night in the office, mine was playing tricks on me. So I started looking at all the different scores, and I realized 48 times of the Magic City Classic, the score was 7 points or less. It means it came down to one score. It was a close game. And it lets you know the intense rivalry that these teams have for each other. So it's very seldom that one team has a really big lead in this game because there's no giving up, there's no quitting. And so I think both teams are going to put that type of performance out there for us. Last year, we was able to be fortunate enough to actually win the game on the last play of the game. So this year, I'm hoping it don't take us to the last play of the game. But if it does, then we'll be prepared, and I'm sure A&M will be prepared also. The end of that story is, you know, Coach Maynard and I played against each other in college, like you said, and then he faked me a couple times and forced me to get a hip replacement last year, as he told everyone. And so, but my hip, and if anybody needs a good hip doctor, I have a really good hip doctor in Houston, because my hip feels great. And so I'm able to run on the field. Last year, I couldn't even run more than 10 yards. I had to just turn around and high five. Now I'm running all the way out to midfield, so it feels great. But at the end of that story, at that night, I said, man, what if we got to like 10 overtimes? And the commissioner's like, the mayor's like, hey, we got a concert after, we got a lot of other stuff. And the commissioner's like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give one representative for Alabama State and one representative for Alabama A&M. Ball on the 5-yard line. No cleats, here we go. Cornell Maynard versus Eddie Robinson Jr. I just want to know who y'all got your money on.
Well done, well said, Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., folks. I want to be, again, the third.
I can't be outdone, you know. And I didn't forget my players, but I just wanted to come back up a second time like Coach Maynard did. I'm going to introduce, first of all, DeMarcus Cunningham, if you can stand up, from Bessemer, Alabama. He's number 6 in the program, but he's number 1 in my heart. Great kid. He plays his butt off, linebacker, second on the team in tackles. Just been having an outstanding year and playing with a lot of confidence with a 3.2 grade point average. I'm cheating you probably out a couple points. 3.5. So I figured I'd shoot low and he'll correct me, but he's a great addition to this football team. Has been here since a freshman. Love to have guys that are homegrown from Birmingham that can come to Alabama State and do a great job. And Keyshawn Johnson, I think he's already been introduced. Our leading receiver, probably the leading receiver in the conference. Stand up for us. Keyshawn's out of Ramsey High School, so we know the level of academic excellence they have and everything that he does. So love to have those kids that's from Birmingham that's coming down to Alabama State. And my biggest selling point is that you get to play in the Classic. So definitely appreciate both of those guys. Like Coach Maynard said, it's the players. That's why we're out here. That's why we're doing it. You know, Eddie Robinson, the legendary coach from Grambling, he was always, quote, Amos Alonzo Stagg. And he would say, no man is too great to coach America's youth. So I think in all of this, the fun, the excitement, all of the adults in the room, we're trying to make an impact on the young men because they're going to be our future leaders at Alabama State and Alabama A&M. Appreciate it.
I was just pausing to make sure nobody was coming back. Now, but at this moment, I want to be at least the third person to acknowledge the leadership that's in the room, that sits squarely with it. Again, I'm looking him square in his eyes right now because on this podium we're almost the same height. So Dr. Charles McClellan, thank you for your leadership of this amazing conference. Thank you so much. Please give him a round of applause. Now I will quickly address some of the specific game day related facts that will allow fans to be able to have the most opportune experience for an outstanding McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca-Cola. The ship shuttle stops, again, round trip shuttle from 3 different locations. To and from Legion Field is $5 per person. And kids under 6 ride for free. These shuttle stops will only accept credit cards, so please leave your cash at home. Clear bag policy. The clear bag can be no larger than 12 by 6 by 12. Which is roughly a 1 gallon plastic freezer bag size. If you have any questions about that, please go to MagicCityClassic.com for acceptable bags, restricted items. But please note additionally that wallets, billfolds, and clutches that are smaller than 1 by 4.5 by 8.5 are prohibited. But again, make sure that you got clarity. Go to MagicCityClassic.com for all of your ticketing needs, all your prohibited item needs, and to find out the shuttle stop locations. Tickets, if for whatever reason you don't have your tickets right now, there's still a handful of good seats left, but again, 83-degree classic, walk-up line is going to be real. So please take a moment today, get your crew, do what you need to do. Reserve tickets are $35, tax included is $38.50. General admission tickets are $25, so tax included, that's $27.50. Again, somehow with all the excitement, again, we want to make sure that we don't miss. Please go to MagicCityClassic.com to be able to grab your tickets. A&M and ASU's ticket offices are actually seeing extremely high levels of traffic for tickets, so I thank both ticketing offices. I see some of the leadership that's here. Thank you for that execution. Legion Field is also available, as well as select City Gear locations throughout the city of Birmingham to grab your tickets. Media, we would definitely like to thank all media for this continued coverage and support of this great event. I swear it feels like this room fills up more and more, and then with some of the viewers that are out here. So thank you for caring enough about this amazing event to make sure that all have access to it. One of the things that we also want to do, it's kind of a personal moment, but with our team, we definitely want to make sure that the McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca-Cola team is always acknowledged. We definitely want to make sure that there are countless hours and devoted love, because again, you have to love this. I mean, because this moves fast, it changes, there's always a pivot. This is about, heard Bo Taylor say earlier, it's about relationships, it's about people. And if you can't do this, it's tough to be a part of this team, but I do want to acknowledge this team. Tyra Tompkins in her first year doing this, thank you so much, Tyra. Erica Casey Schumann from Kansas City, first year, has only been here 6 weeks now, and again, is got a countdown clock on the back of her whiteboard, so thank you again, Erica. Will Coleman, who is our Vice President of Operations, who's an operational genius, who is not in this room because he's out doing operations to make sure that everything is excellent. He and Chris Williams from his team, Jackie Rose, are out making one of the best looking layouts that I've seen in my time doing this with this great event. So if you see them out there working, thank them for doing something to help make this, again, this great event possible. Also want to acknowledge Ellie Salem, Paul Pierce are leading our ticketing team, so thank you for what you're doing in late hours and early mornings to make sure that people have their tickets to an amazing experience. Taylor Bonds, who's in the back, making sure that everything media-wise and to keep me moving to different spots to be able to say things and not smile for pictures. So again, thank you so much, Taylor. And Carrie Coleman, who is actually one of the most dear people to me that I have ever experienced, because she cares more about it than her, and she's probably super embarrassed right now. So thanking my team for everything that they do to support what we do here. But please, again, visit MagicCityClassic.com for all updates on everything that was covered today. We want to make sure that we ask all speakers to hang around for photos, because we've got a nice little shot list. We want to make sure this is remembered, and all speakers will be available for interviews as well. Thank you all again for watching at home and for being here again. 82nd Annual McDonald's Magic City Classic, presented by Coca-Cola, is now underway. Thank you again. Enjoy.